throughout the summer there was crowds and crowds of people. Even in the winter, even in between Christmas and New Year, there were people here consistently protesting. And I think, to be honest with you, they deserve all the credit for the attention that this whole campaign has had. Because the reality is, no one was talking about this hotel until tragic event happened to a young girl who was sexually assaulted. And then it all just was made even worse by the fact that the person was then arrested. Obviously, they were somebody that lived in the country legally. They'd been here just 8 days before they did the offence. They went on trial. They then were sentenced, and then was accidentally released. Then was found, and then got sent back to Ethiopia, but was paid to go back to Ethiopia. And if you compare the money that he was given, it's like, I think, half a year or a year's salary for someone that lives in Ethiopia. I mean, you cannot make it up. And so I think what the Bell Hotel has demonstrated is, one, when the people come together, make a noise and they can get the attention it needs. They've now elected councillors that will be on their side rather than the previous lot who were. But also, what I think the Bell Hotel saga, especially with that tragic criminal offence that took place, by the way, another one's gone to prison for a second that took place, that's another story, is how incompetent the government are to be able to accidentally release what was a very well-known criminal because his face was everywhere. How embarrassing for our country. We can't even keep people in prison that need to be. And by the way, there are loads of other ones that have been accidentally released. It's just not reported on. And to be fair, hats off to GB News who actually told the story as it was happening.
There's not a lot of news stations still.
No, they don't want it. I don't know why, because the public deserves to know.
Who would you say this falls on? Obviously it falls on the people who are coming here illegally, but who does it actually fall on?
Well, it doesn't fall on them, because the reality of the situation is, whenever you might think of those people, they're only doing it because they can. And the only reason they can do it, and they are doing it, and have been doing it, is because the Tory party, for 14 years, presided over open borders, didn't see the voters as a serious issue. We've now passed the 200,000 mark. Obviously, the Labour Party knew about the problem. When they came into government, they said they would deal with it. They haven't. So you now have a situation where the last government started the problem, this government was meant to fix it, but made it worse.
Yes.
And so we're now in a very serious position. I think it's a national security emergency. We don't know who these men are, where they've come from. They could be terrorists, they could be criminals. We know some of them have been previously wanted for crimes in the countries of origin. They've been denied asylum in other countries, and they're coming to Britain because we're a soft touch. We put them in hotels, we feed them. Meanwhile, our own people are suffering. We've got veterans who have fought for this country in that flag, are homeless on the streets. Meanwhile, we have those people in there. But also, there are just normal people in this country who can't afford to put food on the table. And those people are suffering in this country. And British people need to come first. And I think that's why it is so important. Obviously, I am from Reform UK, and I'm not ashamed to say that the next election, people have got to vote Reform, because we've just seen it happen this week. When everyone votes Reform, they can win. And at the next election, it has to be Reform, because it's between Reform and Labour, and that has been proven this week.
I'm very surprised that Labour are still getting the votes after everything that's happened. We can't blame, I'm not going to blame any certain people, because it's not what I do, but what my channel is about raising awareness to people that aren't educated. I haven't been educated on the matter for a very long time, until recently when I've met Ryan, and Ryan is sort of educated in a very, very good way, really. I've really took part in it and seen what's really going on. And for all the people that don't know what's going on, can you let them know?
Well, I think the truth is, what's happening in our country at the moment is you've got people coming to this country illegally, regularly. You've also got people that might have come legally but have overstayed their visa and then disappeared. All of this going on. The truth is, it's costing millions. But take away the money, take away the principle, the unfairness. It's the safety issue. These people, we have to assume they're not safe because we don't know that they are safe. And you can judge these people on their record, what they have done. There are faces over there of young girls who have been murdered and who have come here illegally. We We know there have been arrests made because of terror charges, potentially. There are serious crimes like rape or sexual assault of young girls in Britain as a direct result of people entering the country illegally and having, frankly, forget whether it's right or wrong, they have distorted views on women. And they don't see women as people, they see women as, you know, some sort of tool, as some sort of asset. You know, they don't treat women like British people treat women. And look, we have our own scumbags in our country. Let's not get carried away there. There are men in this country that are just as disgusting. We have our own scumbags to deal with. And we're importing thousands and thousands of men every day. Many of them are scumbags who do not like women, who are a threat to women and women's safety. People that want to talk about it can be labelled as much as they want. People can label me as much as they want. The truth is, there are people that are coming to this country, and there are people in this country that become victims of serious crimes that wouldn't be victims of serious crimes if the boats weren't coming.
Of course. And by